Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by a contribution from Teresa, and here's her story. Hi, Ollie. How are you and Charlene? Hope you're feeling better each day. Mono sounds terrible. You did a story for me. Your righteous anger is a cold bucket of water on the narcissist guilt trip, and you can't avoid the narcissist pity party. Boy, you were right about that. I made a donation via PayPal. So, the day I have been dreading for so long unfortunately came true. It was a regular day. Kids went to school after the holiday break. About a half hour before I pick up my children, I hear a huge pound on the door. My ex-golden child brother was banging on the front door so hard that my teenage son, who has his headphones on, heard the pounding and opened the door. I told him not to, but it was too late. I was busy speaking with the cops while in the other room barricading the door, and it all just happened so fast. Sorry for my heavy breathing. The beginning is in Polish, so I figured I'd translate. I translate. Narczilla, aka Birth Giver, says, "Oh, the cops showed up." Golden Child ex-brother says, "It's your brother. Do you want to talk?" Narc father, who I call Narco Pig, said to me, "Okay, I hope one day you come to your senses," as he tried to grab my hand. Narczilla, aka Birth Giver, said, "God willing, one day you might come to your senses." I said, "Oh yeah, you keep protecting the pedo." She said, "What? Who? What are you talking about?" Narco Pig asked. "Have you gone crazy?" I said, "Goodbye." By the end of the video, in case you don't catch it, Narczilla says, "I don't know, does she belong to a cult?" She also said that her husband drove the children to school, which is not true since my son took the bus and I drove my daughter to school. Amazing how she twisted everything. God only knows what else she told the cops. My other children were coming home on the bus at any minute. I asked one of the cops to escort me. I marched by the narco pass. They were required to stay in their vehicles while I am out. Walking by them for the first time, I ever felt that I was getting some power back. I was like, I am here walking freely while you have to sit in your vehicle as instructed, and there is not a thing you can do about it. Ha ha. It felt great. There were 4 cop cars keeping the narco pass in check. It felt surreal. I felt like I was in a movie or something. Pretty much a horror movie, with this being the good part, if that makes sense. On my way, a cop sitting in his car at the end of the street called me over and said, "Your brother said your parents are moving back to Poland soon, and they just want to see the kids before they leave." I said, "They've been saying that since last year. Then again, they've supposedly been moving there for the past 5 years." So what had happened is, in the other videos I had done for Teresa, I had told her, and I've given this information to other people in the past. When the narc shows up, just call the cops. Don't explain to the cops your side of the story. Just say, there are people on my property. I want them off of it. Okay, even this going back and forth with the cops, you should have just been like, I just want them off my like, I don't want to even hear about it. Like, even that. Like, and it's tough when the cops come in and saying that to you, but you shouldn't even be saying anything to the cops. Just say, I want them off my property. That's all that should come out of your mouth. I want them off my property. I want them off my property. And that's it. Anything other than that is almost feeding their supply. You telling your mother that you're bringing the pedo around is giving her the opportunity. She knows why you're no contact. She knows why you're no contact, but again, you're giving her the opportunity to gaslight you. Me and my children got home safely, and the kids did not even realize the narcopaths were sitting right there. The narcs got out of the car as soon as we got inside and started to talk to the officers again. Finally, the narcopaths left. What a sigh of relief it was to finally see them gone. It literally took an hour before they were gone. But if you didn't have the cops there, if you tried to engage them without having the police there first, who knows what could have happened. That's why you call the police. And there's 4 videos attached to this that we're about to get to. So Boy, what a day. My nightmare came true, but I just relived it. It's over. I'm just relieved it's over. A big fear of mine was, what will the neighbors think, and that people will think I'm some kind of freak. I'm so relieved that it's all out in the open and I can finally talk about it. I feel like the truth is setting me free. Heck, I'll even use my real name from now, which is Teresa. By the way, just before they left, I noticed 2 boxes of granola bars on the couch, as if their Christmas package was not enough, which they addressed to my children, by the way. It was filled with this type of food and weighed over 20 pounds. They were nearly expired bars, crackers, and Ziplocs, cheap figurines, and Christmas lights. On the bottom was a receipt from the dollar store. Unbelievable. I think once again they wanted to show how much they saved and how great they are at getting deals. I gave the granola bars to one of the police officers, and he gave it back to the narcopaths. Thank you so much for reading my story and your input. I seriously don't know how I would have gotten through this day if it were not for you in this community, Teresa. So, there's 4 videos attached. And remember, the beginning of the first video is in Polish. So, it's Teresa basically calling out the mother for bringing the pedophile father around. So, but that's going to be in Polish. So, here we go. What the heck is it?
Yes, there's people here. I don't want them here. Can you please get them off my property?
Perfect.
What's going on?
I don't want them here.
We have parents.
Okay, so what's going on?
Yes, I'm estranged from.
He shouldn't be asking you what's going on. Just keep saying, I don't want to tell it. I just don't want him here. It's my property. These people are not welcome here. Please get them to leave. That's all. He shouldn't even be really getting into what's going on. Okay? Because now you're getting into the minutiae and you're getting into the... But, okay, let's see.
Them, and they're very unhealthy and toxic. They try to take my son away.
What are you
And
talking about?
I'd just like you to get them off my property. They're all in on it. My brother too.
Yeah. Even giving them an answer like they're trying to take my son, just... they're toxic. I've chosen not to have a relationship with these people. Please remove them from my property. That's it. Don't even get into any explanation other than you've chosen not to have a relationship with these people. They won't accept it. Please get them to leave my property. Don't explain anything about your past, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. They don't care. You're the property owner. It's your house. They're trespassing. His job is to make them leave.
What do you mean? I'm not an.
You're all helping them.
What happened with you?
He's a pedophile, by the way.
Alright, so they don't want you here? Do you guys live here?
No, they live in Yonkers. I live in Jersey. I drove them here because my sister has completely shut the entire family from her.
We don't know.
And let him talk. You see how the cop now went, okay, you don't live here. You don't see how you're getting right down the brass tacks here. Let him let your brother say whatever he wants to say. None of it matters. It's your house. It's your property. The cop's job is to make them leave.
Why?
All of a sudden, about a year ago, she didn't want to have any contact with my parents, with me, with her sister, with all the friends.
All our
And so we just
family.
came to visit her. They brought some gifts for her grandkids. And
No respect for
Christmas and New
boundaries.
Year.
No respect for, but this is what happens. But Teresa's really handling it very well. Really handling it very, very well here.
You know, she sent my parents sent the
Yes,
package.
they keep contacting we blocked all their numbers, and they keep contacting my son. They're trying to get him to go to Poland with them.
What you talking?
Yeah, 10-4.
What are you talking about? What are you talking
Can you
about?
please get them
Something
off?
happened to you? What?
Guys, let's step out. I'll talk to her, okay?
Okay,
Go talk to this officer.
Perfect. See, and that's what very minimal. I wouldn't even have given him like, do you want to take him to Poland? Just, this is my house. They're not welcome here. Please have them leave. Please get them to leave. But you're doing very, very well. But you see, this is my point. This is what you do. You don't get into like the deep fight and try to fight it out and think the cop's going to be the judge. And you know, that's not how any of this works. Okay? It's your house. It's your property. If you need to call, you call the police and you say, these people are not, you state the facts. The relevant facts are your house, your place. They don't live here. You do. You don't want them there. Case closed. And you see the cop is already getting them outside the house. Okay? Why? Because you're not getting into like these deep wood fights and going off the chain here.
Jeszcze nam to tutaj terenie. Mam nadzieję, że kiedyś się opamięta.
Nie
Kiedyś się
dotykaj
może
mnie.
opamięta.
Nie dotykaj mnie, pedofilu.
Opamiętasz się może, kiedy Pan Bóg da.
Tak, a ty broń pedofila. Dalej. Nie wiesz, co mi zrobił?
Kto?
Do widzenia. Can you please get them off
What are you
the
talking about?
property?
What are you talking about? What happened to
Let's
you?
talk to these other officers.
We are
Do widzenia.
I don't even know what happened to her.
I like how your father's trying to stare you down too. You know, that's the stare of a. Know that stare. All right. Yeah, get out. Tell your story on the front lawn, buddy.
So what's going on?
He shouldn't be doing. Just, I don't want him here. Like, what is he doing here?
Yes, well, basically, it's just been, okay, they basically are very toxic and unhealthy, and yeah, my father's molested me, and I reminded my mother about it, and she acts like it's no big deal, and that's when I figured I have to, keep my kids away.
You shouldn't even be having to get into this. You shouldn't even have to get into this.
Yeah, it's like she acts like it's nothing,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, I'm not putting my kids at risk. And my son is 15, and they're constantly trying to get him. They're constantly trying to get him, to what do you call it? They have like a house in Poland. They're trying to get him to go to Poland, move to Poland, and like even when we tried to move away from Yonkers, they asked him to live with them. Okay, he didn't want to move, so they're like, "Oh, why don't you just move with us?"
Okay, so who called 911?
I did.
And the reason you called was what?
Because I don't want them on my property. They keep harassing. They keep
Your parents, the older?
Yes.
Do your job, man. Do your fucking job. Who called 911? Because I did. Why? Because I don't want them on my property. God, do your fucking job.
They're not healthy for me or my children and of my husband. And I just, I know it's very hard to understand because it's
Shouldn't even have.
Just your son
my
in here
parents.
with you too?
My son and I have two younger children.
Are they home or?
They're coming home soon.
Okay.
Yes.
Just want to make sure everyone's
Do you
okay.
have a license on you by any chance?
Yes, I do. You don't mind if I just keep this as a recording, just I just it's for my own, like for my therapist, basically.
So the cops, I guess, basically hung around because her children were coming home.
So basically what happened is that you don't get along with your parents.
Yeah,
They came here. You didn't want them here.
Yes.
You called us.
Yes, they have no respect for boundaries.
Did you ask them to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Now they're gonna leave without any issues? There's no order protections or
I
anything
don't
like
know
that?
if they're gonna leave. I don't know.
Alright, well, we're here
Can
now. If
stay
you don't want
here
them,
until
do they live
leave?
here?
No, they live in another state.
Okay.
I mean, they live
Have
in
they been staying
Yonkers.
here?
No. And my brother lives in
So if you don't want them here, then
I don't want them here. I know. I'm sorry. I'm like really like.
so then we'll
saying
tell them to leave.
There you go. And that's, see, guys, see, this is what I'm telling you. You don't engage it. Tell them to leave. Say you're calling 911. Boom. Don't get into the deep weeds. Teresa, you handled it perfectly. You said just enough, a little more than I would have. You said just enough, and you had the facts. Look, I just don't want them here. They don't live here. They don't belong here. And the cop had to say, okay, see how simple that is? See how simple that is? Because she kept her head about her. She followed my advice.
Okay. Please get them to leave. Thank you.
See her crying in the background? Don't engage it. Let the cops handle that part, because it's just get them off the property. That's all it is. Teresa stays inside, lets them handle it, gives them only the relevant facts.
Does he want to see? Does your son want to see that?
Doesn't matter, dude. He shouldn't even be asking if his son wants to see. See, and this is part of like when you get cops that want to get too involved. It's none of his business. I'm her mother. He's 15. Doesn't matter. He's 15. I'm her mother. I'm his mother.
No, then we just came in and he said, Mother told me yeah.
Okay.
He's in the room.
All right, just sit. Do you have a car? You can sit. Yeah. Where's the car? Why don't you sit in the car so you're not cold, and we'll let you know. I didn't get an earphone. You get an earphone? No.
I don't know. She belongs to some area. Who is the people?
I don't know if you could hear her. She's saying she belongs in some place somewhere, I think. Like, she's just bad. Now her mother's just bashing Teresa, which is fine, which is going to happen. What you don't want to do is have you fight this out with her on the front lawn, and then it's fucking chaos. Okay? You handled this as well as you possibly could have. Okay? Even with the cop even asking too many questions he shouldn't be asking. And you can hear, I take care of the children, I take care of, and it's tempting. You don't want to have this fight yourself. Let her spew it to the cop, and as tempting as it might be for Teresa, because you can hear Teresa just like, she doesn't say anything, because it doesn't matter. Okay, what matters is, it's Teresa's house, and none of them belong there or are welcome there. Let the relevant facts play out. And it's hard and it's tempting when they're there and they're bashing you to a cop, but Teresa's doing the right thing here.
I don't understand though if she doesn't want you in the house.
Do you hear that? You gotta understand, if she doesn't want you in the house, you see how this plays out? Let the relevant facts play out. And she's like, why not? She thinks the cops are going to help her. She thinks the crying mother thing's going to help her. It's not. This is what I'm telling you. This is what you have to do when the narcissist shows up. This is what you do. And it works.
I don't know, but she's not obligated to give you an explanation, you know what I mean? And if she doesn't want you here, then you can't stay here.
There you go. That's the cop. She ain't obligated to give you an explanation, and if she don't want you to hear, bye. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
Mind if I come in?
I don't mind.
All right. So I heard your brother's story, but I didn't hear your side of the story. So they come here from. You guys grew up in Poland?
Well, a little bit in Poland and a little mostly in Yonkers.
Okay. So you moved here from Yonkers. You're married. You have 3 kids.
Correct.
Which one? Who's here with the out of the kids? Just your oldest son?
Yes, and my kids are coming like in what time is it?
It's like 3:20 now.
Okay, they're in like 20 minutes.
Your brother said basically out of the blue, you just cut the family off, and the Christmas presents went sent back and blah blah blah. So we don't know why you called today. You probably told them. Just tell me.
Okay, well, they're basically very unhealthy, toxic. They,
How so?
boundaries. They just come in.
He shouldn't be asking this.
So they came in uninvited.
Uninvited.
Okay.
That's the only relevant fact. They came uninvited. See? That's the bottom line. They came uninvited. I don't want them here. The toxicity and it's like, look, I cut them out long ago because they're toxic. I don't want them here. Like, that's the only, I don't have to give you an explanation. It's my house. And that's the truth. Like, when you hear them talking to them, like, I think they're just trying to get a better understanding of what's going on. They're still asking too many questions. So that's the end of the first video. And I think the other ones are pretty short. So let's go to video number 2.
Yes, now they have a cop car in front of them, back of them. I think the cops told them to stay inside their cars. Still not leaving, okay?
But the cops are watching them. See, the cops are on them. So this was only 12 seconds. The cops are outside. They've already moved them off the property. And they're watching them. Okay? Just let it play out. Let it play out. Let's go to video number 3.
It's still here. Going at it.
Yeah, you know what?
Version of the story.
Don't get caught up in it. Let them go and plead their case to the cops. Know where they're pleading their case to the cops? In the middle of the fucking road. Okay? The cops now have to deal with getting them off, not on your property, and that's what they're doing. They got to sit there and listen to their fucking prattle on about their bullshit, about you disappearing and you were always crazy, and they just want... Let them deal with it. You know who's not dealing with it? You. You're filming it from inside while the cops are protecting you and your property. Okay, don't get caught up. It took an hour for them to get out. You did the right thing. You were able to avoid them getting to your kids when they were coming home. You were able to get them out of your house quickly and show them, I'm not putting up with your fucking nonsense. They look shell-shocked. They look like they don't know what hit them.
I wish I could hear what they're saying. But...
Doesn't matter. They're bashing you. They're bashing you. You disappeared. You're crazy. You're in a cult. You're this. You're that. That's what they're saying. The same thing they'd be saying to you if the cops weren't standing right there. They're just saying it to the cops. And you know where it's going? Nowhere. Because at the end of the day, where are they going? Oh, away. Off your property. They're not welcome there. And they can't force their way in. And we got one more. This is... Bye. Now it's like, bye. There they go. There they go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, narcs. Bye, narcs. Where are they telling? They're telling their story walking. They're telling their story walking. This is what happens, everybody. This is what happens. When you don't engage it, you don't open your door, and you just call the police. And when the police get there, you don't get into the he said, she said, and you don't try to fight with them when they're telling lies. You keep it to the relevant facts. This is my house. I don't want them here. They weren't invited here. And I don't want them here because they're toxic. That's all I need to get into. And where are they telling their story? They're telling their story walking. Bottom line. End of story. Good job, Teresa. You did as well as anybody could do in this situation. So, congratulations. So, thank you so much for another contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you guys. Without you, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.